Hi and welcome to my Random Ruminations. This is going out on Sunday, but I'm recording it on Friday because something happened yesterday that I'm happy about and sad about and frustrated about and angry about and happy about and elated about all at the same time. And I want to talk about it while it's still fresh in my mind. So, I went to my local shopping centre yesterday and I picked up this. It's Manga Artist Volume 2. It's pretty awesome. It's basically by the same crowd who do Imagine FX, which is a great magazine, and I just can't afford it. But I treated myself yesterday to this. I mean, it's quite expensive, but I thought, why not? It comes with like 9 hours of workshops and what have you on DVD, and it did a few things for me almost immediately, and one of the main things it did for me was fill in quite a few blanks in my draw that I didn't even realize were there. Simple things like erasers aren't just for erasing errors and mistakes, they are also useful for, drawing. You can draw with an eraser. It never occurred to me. Or the fact that sometimes mistakes are a really good thing, that there really aren't mistakes in drawing unless you're like in university and you have to draw to a certain form or style or standard to pass, which I'm not and I never will be. And I suppose the main thing it did was kind of make my brain suddenly pop with the realization that there isn't a right or a wrong. If you draw, you draw. It's yours. It's your creation. Whatever you put on the page is yours. It's what you've created, chosen to create. And this is kind of important because it leads on from my video blog on Monday or Tuesday this week, just gone, where I was talking about webcomic ideas and plans and options for the future. And it made me decide a couple of things. Sorry. For one thing, it made me decide that I am going to go ahead with that. It's going to take time, it's going to be an awful lot of hard work, but I have an idea that I don't think has been done before. And I think it could be something really special. So I want to do that. Tegan knows exactly what I'm talking about. Claire too. It also made me decide that I'm going to start fresh with new digital art tools that I haven't used before, that have no embedded history for me, so I can start teaching myself almost from scratch again, but not actually from scratch. My hand-eye coordination is much better than it ever was before, and my ability to draw fluid lines, straight lines, all of that stuff is useful skills, but more teaching myself to use a program in a way that suits me, rather than watching tutorials and studying this and that and trying to adapt what other people do to what I want to do. I'm just going to try and do what I want to do and fuck what other people do. Just fuck it in the ass with a cactus. I'm not saying, and I mean, I imagine that by looking at the title of that you're thinking, oh, she wants to do manga. I actually don't. I love the different manga styles, don't get me wrong, and I will definitely be using elements of them because it's a classic style. It's beautiful. It's fun. It can be heartbreaking. But it's not exactly what I want to do. I want to do my own thing because I know where I want to go and I know what I want to do. I don't know if I talked about this before, but the 3 happiest days of my life were when I met my partner. That was number 1. Number 2 was the day I found out I was going to be allowed to have hormone replacement therapy. And the third one was the day I realized I wanted to be a multidisciplinarian artist. I didn't want to just draw or just play a musical instrument or just this. I wanted to do all of it. I wanted to grab at everything that interested me and just run with it. And I suppose really what this video is about is that the key, it's very difficult to do that until somebody drops a keystone in place that can hold all those different arches that you have in your head that are supposed to be interlinked but keep collapsing because you're missing that crucial stone that holds them all together. I have that stone. I have it now in large part thanks to an article I read about Hugo Martin. You may recognize some of his work. Pacific Rim for the win. And after I read that article, which is great, and it's him talking about his work, like experience working as a concept artist with really amazing people and all the rest of it. I went off and I started researching him and reading articles about him online and just generally surfing around him. And I came to this one quote, and it was that someone, it might be him, it might not, but they were drawing a character who was going to use a spear or a staff. They hadn't decided which. And they had almost everything right, and they were working on the model for the weapon. And they sneezed. And the line went everywhere. And they looked at it and they realized actually this character needs to use a sword. And they then based the sword design off of that sneeze line. That was the keystone. It made me suddenly realize that there are no mistakes in art. It's art. It's not right or wrong. It's your translation of what you see in your head into something the rest of the world can comprehend. That's all it is. It's a way of translating how you perceive the universe, your unique universe which exists because of the way you experience it. That's what art is. It's sharing that experience with other people. And a little bit more than that, it's also the realization that you don't have to use things the way other people do. You can do your own thing. You can completely and utterly go your own way. I'm always crying again with this. I did cry yesterday when I realized this. I am working towards being an artist. Am I gonna have a single discipline? Not a fucking hope. Doesn't interest me. I don't want to be just I want to be known as an artist and someone who does everything, not just little things, not just one thing. Will I be successful? I don't know. I don't care. I have a really low level of what I want to achieve in my life, and actually a comedian last night on Comedy Central summed it up pretty well. I want to get to a point where batteries are no longer too expensive. That's it. So maybe one part of what I'm doing, what I'm planning on doing, what I'm going to do in the future will allow that to happen, and all the rest will just be what I do to make my life better. So yeah, expect to see a lot more drawing from me in the future. Just don't necessarily expect it to be what you consider good. So, great magazine. I'm going to get a subscription. I don't know where I'll get the money from, but I'm going to get a subscription. And you want to get me presents in the future, anyone? Art materials, I guess. Not really. I have loads of art materials. Yeah, I'm going to go. I will talk to you all again soon. Tomorrow, first of a 2-part Stanley Parable Let's Play. I actually unspool quite a bit during it, so that should be entertaining for people who like watching people go nuts. And have a great day. Bye.